Yeah.
You have it. Y'all.
Is the books downstairs?
Yes, no, we're
Okay.
bringing them up. We had, that hearing.
Okay,
It's an MTR, but
all right, they're gonna bring your guy, then we'll take you up.
he's got a new case pending.
Okay. When you watch the movies, because my mom and I, we love to watch the movies from the forties and everything, like we love the Thin Man and stuff like that. We're constantly wearing hats.
And gloves. Yes. And, yeah.
I was probably the only child in elementary school who wore gloves for every occasion.
But I had it off for the hearing because I don't think it's appropriate for me to have it on in court, but.
I like it.
It matched my jacket.
It's very stylish.
Hey, it's good for a woman with that hair.
It's a mute ejection.
I know which ones.
All right, so counts, Mr. Soto, if you'll come down, please. All right, Mr. Soto, so this is what's going to happen. I was just informed that you need to have a test done at Audie Murphy. So you're going to be released from the jail at 8 a.m. We're going to put in the directive that you're not to be released until 8 a.m. My understanding is that VTC, they've given you a bus pass. So immediately when you're released from jail, you need to go to the Audie Murphy Center.
Yes, ma'am.
If you do not arrive at that Audie Murphy Center, we will know it. If you make stops, we will know it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So once you go to the Audie Murphy Center and have the test done, then they will release you to Laurel Ridge. So you will be staying at the Audie Murphy Center and then Laurel Ridge will come and get you. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you leave the Automerica Center by any other means other than Laurel Ridge, we're gonna have a problem.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand?
Yes.
All right, is there anything else he needs to know?
Ma'am, can I add a couple of
Sure.
additional details to that? You know where Audie Murphy is, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so when you go to Audie Murphy, you can go to GLA. Okay, go to GLA, and the biggest thing that you need to say is back up, I'm here to report, I need some help.
GLA.
I need to go to Laurel Ridge.
Can you write it down?
I don't have a pen, but I'll write it down for you.
Okay.
And then at that time, you're gonna get tested, they're gonna screen you, the Laurel Ridge comes in. If you go to GLA and say, I'm okay, I don't know why I'm gonna be here, they're gonna release you, and then that's when the problems start, okay? So make sure to kind of say, I need help at GLA to go to Laurel Ridge.
Laurel Ridge. Okay.
So,
Yeah, write that down.
Yeah,
for
I'm
me.
gonna write it down on a piece of paper, and I'll make sure that you can take it
Okay.
back, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. And they'll give you a number to call in case there's some issue. You understand?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right,
Thank you.
you're welcome. All right, and who do you have?
Campos, guys.
Campos. Michael Campos, come down. All right, on this case, council tells me he has a new number one,
Yes.
right? And it's not listed in the motion to revoke. Is that
It is.
supplemental? Okay,
It's in the supplement.
all right. I don't have that. I just have the First Amendment, but of course, I trust you all that it's in the supplemental and it'll make it
I'll
its
look
way
for
to
it.
my,
Yeah,
to the
it's in
court's
there.
file. All right, so what's the new number one allegedly?
Not added yet, and maybe repeated for it will be.
All right, so how much time are you all asking for?
Judge, I believe that robbery should, either be indicted or not indicted within the next, I would say if we get a 30-day reset, it should be decided by then.
All right, so what I'll do is I'll set it for 30 days and I'll set it for contested, and then if it's not a contested, it's not a contested. All right, Ms. Ferguson on compost, can I have a 30-day reset, please? All right, so you'll be set for contested on February 8th.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you.
And be excused.
Yes, thanks for your patience.
I'll feel like- February.
Yes, February.
All right, who's here on Mariah Lopez? Are you all ready to proceed? All right, are you all proceeding on the motion to revoke?
Yes.
All right, could I have a stamp, please?
Yes.
And did you fill out a trial court certification?
It's a recommendation of continue, Judge.
But we don't know if I'm gonna follow that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll fill one up. All
Okay, thank you.
right, we'll take a seat over there.
Yes, sir. Hello.
In the back.
No, no, wait, I got them.
You need the ones with the big in the motion on it.
Are you using that for eyeglasses? Are they scratch resistant?
I got these off Amazon for $1.29 a piece. Yes, they are.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, I may have to do that. I have never had a pair of glasses that cost that amount.
Well, if you believe me, that's probably.
Now you want to sell me a bridge. Okay. All right, court is calling 2022 CR 8673, State of Texas versus Mariah Lopez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state
Lisa Garahan, Your Honor.
defense?
Kelly Piddle.
Are you Miss Lopez? I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Mariah Lopez who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 8673 for the offense of injury to the elderly bodily injury on March 20th, 2023 for a term of 6 years? Is that you? All right, you're going to need to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Mariah Lopez, the defendant there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of May and June 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
All right,
We'll
state.
waive the remaining violated conditions, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 5 years in prison? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will, I'm sorry, violation of condition number 4.
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. And it is to deny the motion to revoke meeting supervision, alter and amend for report weekly until dual diagnosis, outpatient treatment with ECCSCD, TAP evaluation is completed, monthly year analysis, and documented sober support meetings as directed by the court. And we are also in agreement to keep in custody until the TAP evaluation is completed.
That's understand, Judge.
All right, Ms. Lopez, I have a few questions for you. Could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you're going to need to
Yes,
speak.
ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Mariah Lopez.
All right. So what's your support system? Do you have people who are supporting you? I'm sorry?
I don't.
All right. Do you live with anyone? Do you live by yourself?
I live with family.
I'm sorry?
With family. I live with family.
All right. Who's the family members you're living with?
It's one of my cousins.
All right. Is there a reason why you didn't report?
I did a call and it just didn't show up.
I'm sorry.
I when I got out of custody.
Okay, just 1 second. Excuse me, sir. You're gonna have to whisper. We're on the record. Yes.
I called, but I didn't physically go down.
Okay, why not?
She got released on a weekend, Judge, and then she called a few days later, and they told her that she was reporting late and she did not go down there. She got scared. So
But
we discussed what her expectations are in regards to probation and showing up.
so you are saying you were released. When were you released from jail?
I think it was June. End of May.
All right, so I have her being as placed on probation, March 20th, 2023. And then that means that you must have reported in April because I don't have a violation for April. Has she ever reported?
Your Honor, she reported to initial intake in March.
Okay. And then,
I was in custody until the end of May. For what? I wasn't released.
okay, so this isn't making sense to me. So if she was released at the end of May and she was placed on probation in March, so you're telling me you were in jail all of April? Could somebody explain this to me? I know she had the MIC evaluation in custody. But I don't think the MIC evaluation would take all of April.
It looks like there was a warrant issued on July the 26th of 2023. And she was remanded without bond on July.
Okay, so that's July. So it doesn't explain to me the month of April.
It
Yes,
says she was granted probation on May
On
5th.
May 5th it was, and then she was released from jail in May. And then there was a violation report. And then there was an MTR filed on July the 26th. That's when the warrant went in.
all right, well, what I will tell everybody, unless this motion to revoke is incorrect, because it has her being placed on probation March 20th, 2023. That's what's stamped.
Correct.
So we have an entire month of April. And I don't see any violation in the motion to revoke saying she didn't report for April. So either she was in jail all of April or either she reported in April. Bashan, you had something you wanted to add?
Her top evaluation. It appears her top evaluation was done April the 6th. April the 6th.
Mhm.
She was still in custody. And
Judge, on our JD system, which is same as y'all's system, most likely, said probation was granted on March 20th, but then later on, it does say that it was granted on May 5th, and then released on May 6th.
That is very odd because that's not what I ordered.
Well, Judge,
It
it's
says
a
keep in
problem.
custody for the NIC evaluation. That's what it does say also on our
Mm.
system.
No, I understand the MIC, but if somebody's telling me MIC took the entire month of April, then I'll understand.
basically, if you have a supplemental report in your file, I'm trying to get mine print.
Yes, I do.
So that supplemental report kind of give you a little bit more information.
Ah, okay. So it was the dual diagnosis.
So Judge, you know, when.
And
the
we're off the
child-
record. I know you're doing a lot. Are you saying thank you now? We're off the record. Yes.
You know, Your Honor, when the TAP recommends for them to move further along with the MIC evaluation, sometimes it takes a little longer for Center for Healthcare Services to be, for them to see the Center for Healthcare Services. So that is probably what happened. Now, the last thing on our court summary that has listed was that she only reported to initial intake. So she really didn't have like an office visit with her officer because after she was released is when we lost contact.
All right. So here's my other question, because I'm reading the supplemental report. And I know she was evaluated for dual diagnosis inpatient facility, the residential.
Yes, Judge.
So does that mean that she's already been evaluated for the dual diagnosis outpatient treatment? Because I would think that the report would say she doesn't qualify for this, but she qualifies for the outpatient treatment. That way it won't take long and the TAP won't take long.
So Judge. Based on the screening from Tacoma and the Center for Healthcare Services, she does not meet the criteria for DDRF or MIC.
Okay. So then she's,
She does qualify for the outpatient, the dual diagnosis outpatient treatment.
okay. So we don't have to keep her in there to have her evaluated for that. They say she already qualifies. So,
Do we have to do it all, a new tap altogether?
well, we're going to find out right now. So there's no need for a new TAP.
Okay.
See what happens when questions are asked? I have questions. All right, so we're back on the record. Now, the cousins that you're living with, how many people are in that household?
Just me.
But you said you were living with your cousin.
He lives there, but he doesn't he's in and out. Which is-
All right.
Just, I'm kind of like alone a little bit at times.
What did she say?
I'm like alone sometimes, like most of the time, because like he lives there, but he doesn't stay like he doesn't stay there a lot.
So the only people who live in that home are your male cousin and yourself.
Yes, and a dog. That's all.
Okay. All right. Any other questions?
No, good.
Any questions?
Say, yeah.
Probation?
Judge, I would like to get an updated address. Tried to do the field visit and the address that was provided was not good. I would, if we're going to go with the dual diagnosis outpatient program, I would also ask for monthly UAs and documented silver support.
Okay.
Her original conditions indicate you want her to, ensure that her mental health was under control.
Mhm.
So I would like to have more information as far as what she's doing to, as far as treatment.
All right. Have you seen a doctor about your mental health issues?
Just in Bear County.
Just at the jail? All right, we'll have to do a referral then for Center for Healthcare Services. All right, this is what the court is going to do. I'll deny the motion, alternate amending conditions. You're to provide a address to probation today. Do you know what the address is? All right, you're going to give that to them today. They're going to do a field visit. If it turns out that that's an abandoned house or nobody's staying there, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. Do you understand? Going to recommend dual diagnosis outpatient treatment. I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. There's going to be a referral to Center for Healthcare Service. We'll do regular random UAs and field visits one time per month until further notice, and no unsupervised contact with minors. Is there anything else that she needs probation?
Your Honor, all other conditions of probation apply still, correct?
Yes.
Nothing else.
All right. Anything else the state is requesting? Defense, anything else you're requesting?
No, you're.
Ms. Lopez, is there anything you need from the court to be successful?
No, man.
All right. So I want to stress to you, this is the point. You have to report to probation. If you don't report to probation, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. You now know where the 187 District Court is, right? If there is an issue where you can't get in touch with probation, you can come to court or call Mr. Piddle and you can come to court. Otherwise, if you are unsuccessful, you're looking at potentially 5 years in prison. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you. Starling Rodriguez.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you all ready to proceed on the motion to revoke?
Actually, Judge, so what we have is there are recommendations in the report that we were inclined to agree with. However, in talking to the court liaison officer who represents probation and the state, there were some concerns that meant that they wanted her to do a new TAP evaluation. The new TAP evaluation is now set for the 9th, which is next week. And I think that's kind of where we're at right now, just anticipating that particular.
Oh, I can make a decision without the TAP evaluation.
I totally believe that, Judge, and I'm in agreement with that. If the court would like to proceed, we're fine with that as well.
So do y'all want to proceed without the TAP evaluation?
I'm happy. I'm fine with doing that.
All right, you want to fill out a trial court certification? Because I don't have one.
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Great, thank you.
Oh, they're on the wall. All right, Norma Shahesta, Algari, and Ralph Delgado. Is that the same?
She's the countess.
I'm putting that on the Festivus list. Can you bring out Shahesta Elgarai? And also Ralph Delgado. If you can bring those two out, yes.
Before we proceed, that way I can explain to her what's happening in more detail. Would I be able to hang back just a little bit?
Sure.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes. Yes, it's gonna be recalled for the 8th because the attorney is on vacation.
Yes.
Yes.
One of Mr. Valdez's clients, Al-Jahari, her father is the gentleman right here, the old man.
Okay. Well, we'll ask the person if they want to proceed with another attorney or not.
Go through that?
See, that's why I keep saying the wrong name because you guys do too. I'll take the blame.
You're both here, Your Honor.
All right, could I see Elgari? Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So this is what's happening. Your attorney is actually on vacation.
Oh my God.
Yes. Well, he will be back on Monday.
Uh-huh.
So there are one or two options you have. Nothing can happen with your case without your attorney being present. So we can bring you back and we'll bring you back on Monday.
Okay,
All right. And I believe the gentleman here, is that your relative?
that's my dad
All right. So he's
with
been,
the scarf.
yes, so he's been waiting a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to bring you back on the 8th and we'll let your father know that that's when you're coming back as well,
At what time?
at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.?
Yes. So
Okay.
it'll be on Monday.
Okay, this Monday.
Yes, this
Oh,
Monday.
okay.
So Saturday, you'll have Friday
Yeah.
night, then Saturday, Sunday, then Monday, we'll bring you back.
Okay.
All right. You have any questions about anything?
No.
All right. Your attorney is Mr. Jerry Valdez.
Yes.
So he'll be here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for your
And-
patience.
And your name?
Stephanie Boyd.
Stephanie? Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome. Sir, you can come forward.
Okay, thank you.
All right. We will bring her back on Monday. I know you've been here all day. All right. If you want to, you can appear by Zoom if you want to, or if you want to come back down, you can come back down.
Come back on.
All right. We'll see you then. All right. You too. Thank you so much for your patience. Ralph Delgado. If you come forward, please. Mr. Delgado, your attorney is on vacation. He'll be back on Monday, so we'll bring you back on Monday, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right.
That's it.
Yes, that's it. We'll bring you back on Monday, okay?
All right.
Luis Camacho. Could I see the file on Luis Camacho? Let me see the remaining files that you have.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Is this everyone? Yes.
I know. So she didn't. Yes. That's the one for the, application.
Oh, this one's done. Number, when are they coming back on that motion to suppress?
You told them March 4th.
Oh, well, I told them any day the week of March 4th, so they're coming back on March 4th?
Well, I guess.
All right, so put it on March 4th. That's, I'm sorry, could I?
They made a bunch, they just kind of made a face like.
Let me see the file. All right, so it'll be March 4th.
And we'll do it in the afternoon.
Yes, we can do it in the afternoon.
They said they were gonna check with their investigators and stuff, but they never got back to me, so I'll just set it for March 4th.
Yes.
If I'm just. I'm just a senior clerk.
It's interesting. Like, they're all like,
All right, number, have you called Miguel Hernandez? And on the COPTA, there should be 2 files. I only have 1.
What was the other one?
It's on page 14. I have the cause number ending in 75, but not 74.
$96.74. You're ready.
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes. Are you all ready to proceed?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the time, Judge.
Sure, no
Appreciate that.
problem. Oh, I've stamped it. I don't have it. All right. Court is going to call 2022 CR 7826B, State of Texas versus Starlin Rodriguez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? For the state?
Oh, Hank Wilkins for the state. Sorry, Judge.
That's okay. For the defense?
Sergio Ibarra for Ms. Rodriguez.
And are you Starlin Rodriguez?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Starlin C. Rodriguez who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 7826B for the offense of burglary of a building with intent to commit theft on February 21st, 2023 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
On or about the 8th day of November 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Starlin C. Rodriguez committed the offense of failure to identify in violation of condition number 1.
All right, just 1 moment. Let me see if I have that. Is that in a supplement?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry about that. It's in the state's supplemental motion.
All right, did you review the document entitled State's Motion to Supplement Pending Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilty and Revoke Probation with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then to the allegation read by the state, how do you plead, true or not true?
True, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, we waived the other violations alleged in the motion and the supplement.
Any objection?
No objections. Your Honor.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number one, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number one?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number one true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. We're asking that you deny the motion, continue the defendant on deferred adjudication, and follow the recommendation of probation, which is to alter and amend for a 30-day jail sanction. The defendant is to find and verify employment within 90 days and residency within 90 days, bi-weekly reporting to probation and drug testing for the next 90 days, and then random drug testing thereafter with zero tolerance supervision regarding reporting to probation.
So is this the agreement? Is this what you're asking the court to follow?
We are, Your Honor, yes, ma'am.
All right, what has she done?
As far as on probation,
Yes.
I think she's paid some of her fees, but I don't think, I think short of that, she's still behind on that and as well as community service. Have you taken any of your classes yet?
Not yet. I was just starting to.
Oh, just 1 second. So if you're going to talk, you need to speak up because the court reporter has to take down what's being said.
Okay.
So just give me a moment. So defense, has she done anything?
Short of that, Judge, she has not completed her classes. I know that when this had occurred, I think she'd been on probation for something like 8 months, if memory serves correctly, on that, and maybe it was 6 months.
So I had did
No. So here's the thing, if you want to speak, you have
I'm
to be
sorry.
sworn in. So he's going to speak, and then if he wants you to answer questions, then he'll let me know he wants you to answer questions. We'll swear you in, and it's one at a time.
Short of that, Judge, she did check in for a period of time. What ended up happening with her is she got she went to the hospital with a double kidney infection. I know that she had missed some months of reporting during that period of time. Likely she was aware that there was obviously some problem with probation as far as that goes, but she had not completed her classes or paid anything but the most minimal amounts on her fines during that period of time. I can continue, Your Honor, to talk about what her intentions are with that, but I just want to leave if the court has any questions.
All right, probation, has she done anything?
No, Judge.
All right. Is there something you would like to say? You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Starlin Rodriguez.
All right, what have you done on probation?
Well, it wasn't on with probation. When I was on house arrest prior, I did a parenting and drug class and I had sent her those certificates, but she said that they didn't qualify because they weren't through Bexar County.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to redo them as far as that goes.
So here's my question, and I want you to listen to my question
Yes, ma'am.
very carefully. What have you done on probation?
I was reporting regularly, doing my UAs, and I was making my payments.
All right, so if I call probation, are they going to say that you were reporting regularly and that you were doing your EUAs?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But it's important to, as I mentioned to the court, you need to explain what I just talked about with your kidney infection. You
Yes.
missed some months of reporting and you do admit that to the court.
Mhm. Yes, I had gotten a really bad double kidney infection. At the time, I didn't know it was a kidney infection and I thought I was just really sick. And it just got so bad. I was rushed to the hospital and there I ended up finding out I had a double kidney infection. I was in there for a while. And then.
What does that mean, in there for a while? And you need to slow down.
I was in there for about 2 weeks. And then even when I got out, they had me on medication, but I was still very sick.
So
Like-
here's my question. Did you do your parenting classes while on probation?
Oh, no, ma'am.
Did you get employment while you were on probation?
I had employment, but she wanted the proof, I guess, and they wouldn't give me my paperwork because of considering where I worked at.
And where did you work?
I was working at Sugars. And they wouldn't give me any documents, so therefore that's where that came in. I had with trouble giving her paperwork as far as that goes.
All right, at Sugars, I know they maybe give you tips, but do you get a W-2 form?
No, we get 1044.
All right, did you turn that in to
No,
your
I had,
probation officer?
no, ma'am.
Okay, why didn't you turn that into probation?
It's my first time doing, as far as, 1044s or something like that. Say 1099s. So I don't know how.
Well, I mean, they have to give you the document. Did they not give you a 1099?
Give me no paperwork.
So how are they expecting you to file your taxes?
All I did when I went in there was, see, like I said, I don't know nothing about the 1099s. I just went in there, they signed up paperwork, they didn't give me nothing back, and that was it. I had asked them, as far as my probation goes, if I could have paperwork for that, and they still didn't want to give me any type of documentation, only that little tab, in and out card. That was it.
Any other questions?
Nothing from defense, Judge.
State any questions? Probation?
Judge.
Ms. Rodriguez. She reported March, April, May, and May 25th was her last reporting date. There was she presented $90 toward her fees. There was a negative result for her year analysis in March of 2023. She failed to submit in April, and in May it was diluted. I don't have on record and file or anything of any classes being taken.
All right, so you've been missing for 7 months. You said you were in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've been missing for 7 months. And I'll give you a full month of hospital. I'll give you full month, I'll give you 2 months for recovery. But then that means you're still missing for 5 months.
Yes, well, I had knew that I was pretty sure she had already gave me the warrant. I did call a bond company. They did say I had my warrant. I got scared. I wasn't ready to come back to jail. That's why I missed for those months.
Where are your children?
My mom has him.
And does she have legal custody of them or they're just staying there?
No, she has legal custody of him.
All right. Anything else from either side?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. Part of the, way behind on this, but we were gonna TIC the new number one as part of, the agreement. today.
All right, and what's that cost number?
That cost number is, 7CC 7211103.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. And I don't think she has much of a criminal history, correct?
No, Your Honor, she does not.
All right, the court is going to find violation of condition number 1 true. Court will take in consideration 721103. Court will find you guilty. Court is going to revoke. Court is going to sentence you to 180 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. Give you credit for any time served. Let's see. There's to be no contact with John Pettis. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Nothing further, Judge.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you have a limited right to appeal. That is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation anymore. All right? So whatever is going on in your life, you're going to have to depend on yourself to straighten that out. You're going to have to be better for your children because otherwise you're not 100% going to be in your children's life. I know your mother has legal custody of them, but sometimes I think parents, because I've represented moms before, they still want to have some sort of contact with their children. So if you want to do that, you're going to have to be a better person. And don't get out of the jail and then run to your mother's house and act like you're going to be in charge of your children because you haven't been and they're abiding by her rules. You understand?
So, yes, ma'am.
And I can't force you not to have any more children, but what I can tell you is right now where you are in life, you shouldn't have a child until you get yourself together. Sometimes you have to work on yourself. And I will tell you this, everybody, including your attorney, the prosecutor, before they got into a relationship or decided to have children, they had to work on themselves because you don't want to go into a relationship or bring children into a relationship or anyone else in your life until you know who you are as a person and know what you wanted as a person. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Could I see Alexander Torres? I think he is in the back.
He's downstairs, Your Honor.
All right. I tell you what, can you let Mr. Torres know, because I don't want you all to have to continue to go down. His attorney is on vacation, so we're gonna bring him back on. Yes, we'll bring him back on January 11th.
We still have 6 people downstairs, Judge.
Okay.
Oh, Judge, and I sent you a text message right after this. Regarding someone. 22. I don't know, Reese is done. 1, 2, 3, 4. We just moved up.
All right. Marino Vasquez. We're gonna bring him back on the 11th. And can you let him know his attorney had a family emergency? No, you know what? Just a second. This is not supposed to be on the docket today. This is actually scheduled for February 8th.
Okay.
Because he has other cases. So all of his cases are scheduled for February 8th. So can you let him know his case is actually scheduled for February 8th?
Yes.
And Norma, if you can make sure all of those cases are placed on February 8th.
Yes.
We're writing around down, Mr. Castano.
Okay. I'm not much sure.
I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna extend them for 2 years.
Sure, I'm not trying to play intruder.
Yes.
Judge, on the readout. We haven't done it.
I don't have that file. And if you could start video, please. All right. Are you all ready on Antonio Castano?
We are, Judge.
And counsel, did you do a trial court certification?
I guess.
All right, thank you. Court is calling, come down. 2020 CR 2615, State of Texas versus Antonio Castano. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, and you're on.
Defense?
James Shimoda, the defense.
Are you Mr. Castano?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Mr. Castano, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And counsel, you were appointed to represent Mr. Castano today.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had enough time to confer with your client?
And I have, Judge.
And are you waiving the notice?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Castano, are you the same Antonio Castano who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 2615 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on February 25th, 2021 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor, violated condition number 14. As of the 16th day of November 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Antonio O. Castano did in there fail to apply for, provide documentation of attendance and comply with the rules, regulations, instructions, and financial agreements as directed by the court and or supervisor or supervision officer and or the head of or authorized personnel of the following program, anger management class, in violation of condition number 14.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? I'm sorry?
True.
All right, state,
We'll waive the remaining violated conditions, Your Honor.
any objection?
No, Judge.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition 14, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition 14?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 14 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor.
Yes.
It is to deny the motion to adjudicate guilt, continuing on his deferred, extend the individual for 2 years on his deferred, and to have a TAP evaluation done while in custody. In particular, in this case, he's missed 3 TAP evaluations.
Is that the agreement?
That is the agreement, Judge.
All right, Mr. Castano, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Antonio Castano.
All right. Do you have any support to help you?
No, ma'am.
All right, are you employed?
No, ma'am. Yeah, under Social Security.
All right. And are you receiving Social Security because of your age or something else?
My age, yeah.
All right.
But it was cut in half because of arrears, you know. That's why I'm only getting $3.99 a month.
I'm sorry, what?
Arrears, social support, I cut it in half. That's why I'm only getting $3.99 now, you know. So,
Is there a reason you're not showing up for your TAP evaluation?
no, ma'am, you know, I was aware of,
Well,
too long, you know.
Judge, from what we talked, I know he sometimes has problems remembering, but he has transportation issues from what he's telling me. He doesn't have regular transportation. Maybe you can tell the judge about how when you try to go, sometimes you have transportation issues.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I live 21 South by Arcos County and Bexar County, you know, right there by right before getting to Thomas, David, Texas, towards Pleasanton. And it's kind of hard to get transportation, you know, from over there, you know. And the bus road stop from Roosevelt and Port Kane. And I live 3 miles south of 1604 or 21 South.
Okay, so here's the court's question. I can continue him on deferred adjudication, have him do the TAP evaluation while in custody, but how is he going to report to probation? And how is he going to get his UAs done?
Well, Judge, for the most part, he actually has been able to show up to probation, except for those 2 dates. So he's been taking the bus and finding the way in there.
And so he's just, he wants to avoid prison, Judge. And he understands the importance that this is his first MTR, but if he doesn't do the things he's going to do, that he's looking at 20 years. And so he's gonna find a way to get to where he needs to be. That's what he's saying.
Probation?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so I'm being told by Mr. Castano that where he lives, there are not buses out there. He has to go to Roosevelt to catch a bus. Unless he moves, there's never going to be a bus out where he lives. And so sometimes he'll be able to make it to probation. Sometimes he won't be able to make it to probation. I don't know how we solve this issue. Even if he were to get a bus pass, it doesn't do any good because the buses, he would still have to get from point A to point B. And he's on a fixed income with Social Security. And he's telling me that they're already deducting money from his Social Security for child support.
Judge, I think our concerns, were you reported regularly for quite some time, and then
He fell off.
fell off.
So my pickup went out, man. My pickup, I blew the motor off my pickup. It left me handicapped, then it's kind of hard to walk because of my hernia, So that made it worse, I mean, I was looking for a place into town, like housing, low income, at the time,
I'm sorry. So just a second. Maybe it's me. But I can understand the thing that was said. And I know if I can't understand a thing that's said, and for me, that was, I only understood 10% of what you said. So that means that Diana, the court reporter, probably understood 20%. So did you say that you had a truck?
Right, yes, ma'am, at first.
So you had a truck,
At one time, yes, ma'am.
and did the truck break down?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so after the truck broke down, you had a hernia,
Yes, ma'am.
and the hernia made it difficult for you to walk?
More, yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's what was said, Diana. So I will follow your agreement. But what I can tell you, I think I'm envisioning us coming back here. Because he doesn't have a truck.
Your Honor, does he have the ability to Zoom?
Do you know how to Zoom?
Man, I could learn them, like I said, I'm not educated. I only went to 8th grade,
All right, so he only went to 8th grade. And maybe he can learn how to Zoom, but as of now, he does not know how to
No,
Zoom.
man.
So this is the issue. These were our main concerns, just so that the court is aware. He stopped reporting. We did not know the issues that he was having because there was no communication. So with that and with his non-completion of his classes, those are our main issues. There were some positive UAs in 2022. His latest urinalysis came back negative,
All right, and what were the
So-
positives alleged to be?
methamphetamine.
All right. Okay,
And so we tried to do the TAP, but he failed to report for the TAP evaluation several times, so we can't give a recommendation for any treatment services because we don't know what the issue is.
all right, this is what the court is gonna do. And if you all have an issue about what I'm gonna ask for, you can tell me, and maybe we'll come up with something else. This is the only plan I have. Deny the motion, alternate amend conditions to include a TAP evaluation while in custody, follow recommendations of the TAP, and he's allowed to report by phone. And I'm gonna ask for field visits one time per month for 4 months. And then if there are no issues with his testing and no issues with the field visits, then we'll reduce the field visits to one time every 3 months for 4 months. And then after that, at probation's discretion. Does anybody have a better idea?
Your Honor, to confirm, he lives in Bear County?
Do you live in Bear County?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, he lives in Bear County.
And what is going to be, are we extending it for 2 years or he is set to expire at this point next month?
We'll extend it for a year. All right, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need?
Yes, I want to, I'm sorry for all this, but of course, no, thank you. You know,
All right.
I think
Oh,
this
you're
is
welcome.
seriously, this is serious.
All right,
Well,
this is
thank
what we do. We're trying to figure things out, but we're off the record. You got to stay in contact with people and communicate. Nobody knows you have a bus problem issue unless you tell us. Okay? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Camacho on page 13.
Mhm.
Listed this on PTD.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
And could you make sure that's written in the file? All right, are we ready on Alec Castro? Yes.
I haven't seen his attorney yet, Judge. Is it Lyles? Castro?
Oh, I haven't seen them.
No, just wait.
Where's Matthew Castro?
Right here.
All right, Mr. Castro, we're gonna recall you for Monday. Let your attorney know he needs to be here. Was he appointed?
I think he's hired, Judge.
All right, so you'll need to let your attorney know. They're gonna give you a reset form. Norma, if you can give them a reset form.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, no, this one.
Bless you.
You can sit down.
And then we just have Bob Barron's client, correct?
Yes. I think you're talking to Mario.
Oh, that's all.
Yes.
They're looking for him.
Are you on the day now?
You too. Thank you.
And I think another couple rounds for him.
Their county this morning.
Mhm.
her paperwork was kind of lost, so she paid it for it today.
That is so awesome.
Yes.
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 See, we're here, we're open.
I'm not trying to come back, so that's why I can't be this.
See, I tell everybody, communication is key.
Oh, I thought it's mine.
I'm sorry you didn't get your paperwork.
I think I'm gonna be standing right there making excuses.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Thank you, Mr. Ishimoto.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
If you're ready for some of that. That's the opportunity. Thank you. Oh, that's how it's done, but that's him. Oh, he's waiting for that.
No, that's him.
That's his son. He got reset till- No, Tuesday. He got reset till Tuesday.
It's coming through tonight.
Remember, look at this. Oh, no, Thursday. Trevino,
Sure.
Thursday.
Thursday, the jueves.
El jueves. El jueves. Ah, las 9 abrimos. You like the new chair?
It's not broken in
Yeah.
Bob Barron's.
Okay, so talk to this one.
Okay.
Okay.
You want this one?
Jason, you want this one?
No, I'm good. Unless y'all want this one over there.
What will make Jason happy?
But,
What will make Jason happy?
oh yeah, I'm gonna still
state's recommendation is for Sadif. He did not expect to be taken into custody today. I told him I would ask you that if he was to agree with that, whether you would give him some time to turn himself in for Sadif.
Well, here's my question. If he's UA today, what is the result gonna be?
We're up here.
Right in the middle.
The judge did your analysis test today. Are you gonna be dirty for anything?
Yes,
What?
marijuana,
And what else?
that's it.
Okay. I mean, he'll be taken into custody today if that's the agreement.
Okay, well, again, then, I guess then at this point, I'd ask the court to consider recalling it for a week. He just needs some time to he's working. Where are you working?
Skylights over Texas, off 281 in Tacoma.
Skylights over Texas? And you're working there full time?
Let me see his file.
And so he's asking if he could have some time to work a little more, leave some money with the family before he goes. That's basically what it comes down to, Judge.
All right. I want a UA. So is it just gonna be marijuana?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you need any water?
Yeah, I am thirsty. Yeah.
But no, do you need a
And
water
Be able to
before?
go to the bathroom so you can submit a sample is what she means.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
All right. Well, you're gonna remain in the courtroom. We'll give you some water. And you're gonna do a UA.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. All right, have a seat for now. Oh, okay. You're not going into that right now, don't worry.
All right, we're gonna wait for his UA.
Mr. Barron, do you want to go get him some water?
Sorry, didn't
Oh,
you?
that's good.
All right, court is calling 2023 CR 4352, State of Texas versus Johnny Armando Lamone Jr. Counterparties announced for the record for the state.
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Robert Burns for Mr. Limon.
Are you Mr. Limone?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled motion to enter adjudication of guilty and revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Okay, off the record, why does this have 144th District Court on it? Was this transferred?
It was transferred to us.
That was another thing, Judge. We had filed a motion to set bail and Judge Mary told me specifically that he was gonna look at it when he got back from lunch and set the bail. We already had it agreed with the state in the 144th, and the next thing I knew, it got transferred over here.
All right. All right, we're back on the record. So you're the same Johnny Armando Lamone Jr. who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 4352 for the offense of possession of controlled substance coming in one less than 1 gram on August 1st, 2023. I'm sorry, August 1st, 2023 for a period of 2 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 2, on or about the 26th day of September 2023 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Johnny Armando Limon Jr., did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, and or a duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Is it true or not true that you failed to submit to that testing in September?
September. I think it's true.
Well, it's not, I think either it's true or it's not true.
It's true.
All right. State.
Your Honor, we waive the other motion, or I'm sorry, violations alleged in the motion.
We have no objection.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yeah.
That's either yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Your Honor, we're asking that you amend conditions for SATF and issue a judge's warrant for the TAP to be completed while in custody.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we'd obviously like to have him continued without SATF and, or at least have the TAP done first. He was in jail for quite some time. I'm not sure why they didn't get a TAP done then, but if it would, if you would be willing, we'd like to see if we can get that done and find out if SATF's really necessary. But if not, if you're gonna oppose SATF, we'd like him to have some time again. He's working at Skylights of San Antonio to make some money so that he can leave with his family before he has to go into SATF.
All right, how long before the TAP evaluation is completed in custody?
In custody, Judge, it could take up to 2 weeks.
Okay. All right, you have a choice. I can deny the motion of alternate amend conditions. You're going to be taken into custody today. You'll have the TAP evaluation in custody and we'll see what TAP recommends. And if you want to have him brought back where we can discuss TAP recommendations, if TAP recommends inpatient treatment and you're not in agreement with that, we can have a discussion over that.
All right.
Or if you want, with regards to the new number 1 cases, what is the status of those?
Those are really new, Judge. All we have is a report. I don't have any. Police report refers to at least 1 supplement, so we don't even have all the reports yet, and I haven't looked at any of the body cam or dash cam. So at this point, I'm not ready to. It's alleged that there were a lot of drugs, but there might be some problems with the case too. So I'm just not ready at this time to TIC into this, Judge.
All right,
And I
well,
would
what I
add,
can
Judge-
tell you all is safety or whatever, they're not going to accept him with pending cases.
Judge, I'd like to add, first of all, those cases aren't even filed yet. They're
Okay.
not in the system at all. Second of all, I called Mr. Anderson and he says that he can absolutely send somebody to SATF with open cases and just reset them for after he gets out of SATF.
No.
That's what Mr. Anderson, Chief Probation says.
No, we have people that have been held in custody and they're not being transferred for inpatient treatment because they have open cases. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to deny the motion, alter amendment conditions to include a TAP evaluation while in custody. And he's to remain in custody until TAP evaluation is completed. And then I'm going to do a 30-day, I'm sorry, a 60-day jail sanction. And let me just tell you all the reason why I'm doing that. You're not necessarily going to be in there for the 60 days, but I want to see what the TAP evaluation says. Then we'll bring you back over from custody. And if the TAP evaluation is recommending inpatient treatment, you'll have a chance to say, I don't think he should be in inpatient treatment, and this is why. But if I don't do the 60 days, what's going to end up happening, you'll do the TAP evaluation, then you will be released, and then something else may end up happening. So,
Judge, if I may, just to be clear for Mr. Lamone's sake, you will not consider leaving him out to do his TAP evaluation.
no. Okay. If he would like. I've already made my sentence, but if he would like, I will, I could revoke him if he wants that option.
We had talked about that, but as I told him, the minimum of six months with no good time, other than if you were to find him eligible to participate in programs and he did so.
And I just got my job back. I was trying to get money while I'm on GPS, the monitor. I was trying to do good. I ain't trying to get locked back up again. I just recently got out a couple weeks ago.
Probation.
I ain't trying to get back in there.
Your Honor, I was reviewing the file briefly. This is new to our court, so I didn't have an opportunity to really look over it. It appears that he was reporting as needed. Every month he reported. There was in November a failure to report, but I realized that I think that's right when he got arrested, so he wasn't able to report in November. He showed up for his court visit last month. I'm not opposed. The only thing with us doing the TAP out of custody is that we don't have the available, it's like months later. So that's where the issue comes with as far as getting the TAP done, like quickly. So that's where we are.
For the record, Judge, I mean, I would argue that it's not really fair to him that there are limitations to the system for people out of custody getting TAPs.
However, there was a TAP evaluation that was scheduled based on court summary on November the 15th. And he failed to do that one.
Wasn't he in custody?
So he was in custody
2 days later.
2 days, yeah, later.
Or did you not show up for that?
Was that before I got locked up?
Yeah.
They're
2
saying
days.
it was 2 days before you got
If it
locked
was
up.
scheduled on the 15th, this report is from the 17th.
All right. So I'm asking someone to do this TAP for evaluation for you in 2 weeks. If you don't show All right, nobody informed me that he was on GPS. So. I know, we get stuff, we get stuff transferred from other courts and. So this is what is gonna end up happening. I'll deny the motion, alter many conditions to include a TAP evaluation. That's gonna take place out of custody. It's gonna take place on January 17th at 10 a.m. If you miss that appointment, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's gonna be scheduled on January 17th, and he's to report to court on January 18th. And so the TAP evaluation out of custody, and it will be follow TAP recommendations. And if TAP recommends inpatient treatment, we can have a discussion about that on the 18th. So you have 2 dates to remember. January 17th at 10 a.m. You're scheduled for your TAP evaluation. That TAP evaluation is not taking place in this court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you're gonna report back to this court on January 18th. If you miss any of those appointments, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is there anything else from either side?
No, you're.
No, Judge.
All right, thank you. Norma, we'll be back on Monday.